hope you guys are doing okay. I've been very sick and I'm on the mend now. When you have a chronic illness, you don't realize how sick you are until you feel what they say somewhat healthy. When you're chronically ill, you're never healthy. But like, you're so used to being like either in pain or weak or out of breath or sick. You're so used to having these little issues that when you are sick, you think you're having a flare up or you think, it's something else going on. Like right now, I have allergies. That's why you see me close my eyes so much. My eyes are burning. They're watering constantly. Like makeup is ridiculous at this point. I don't even know why I did it. I hope you've been well. I put into ChatGPT, how can I grow a platform with severe Crohn's disease and kidney disease? I said a lot of things on how to grow a platform with a chronic illness. But they were like, prepare for setbacks. And that was it, because I don't prepare for setbacks. When I have a setback, good morning. When I have a setback, I get depressed and I get down on myself and I feel like I'm failing and I'm sick. Like, good Lord, I have to prepare. And when I do have a setback, I need to be kinder to myself and not get depressed about it because I can't show up fully for you guys, or I got to call off work or whatever. Like the programming is real, folks. So, learn to reprogram yourself to where you are it. Love, 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 love yourself. Love yourself. You're like, Crystal, how do you do that? Well, what do you love? What brings you joy? Fall into that. Okay. Not self-destruction though. Don't be self-destruct. Some people think that's fun. So, okay. Sagittarius, calm down. And it's Sagittarius season. I love you guys. Happy birthday to Sagittarius. All right. I usually call them Sagittarius on Facebook and Instagram. I have so many Sagittarius friends. They're just whimsical fire dragons. I just love y'all so much. So anyway, the soul truth awareness for this week is, how can I deepen my trust right now? And I just had a conversation with my HD coach, Jenny. And she has a coaching group called Deconditioning by Design, your human design. And one of my human design flaws is I don't trust myself. And I should, obviously, because I have proven I hear from my friends, from my families, and my loved ones. They're like, Crystal, you don't give up. But inside, I'm giving up. Inside, I feel like I can't do it. Inside, I feel like a failure, and I always tell you, there are no mistakes, only lessons. But before I got to this awareness, this is why I can speak on this type of stuff. I'm really talking about myself and my experiences and what I've been through, and I'm not the only one. So that's why you resonate with me so much, because you're like, wow, Crystal, you're so authentic. You're so real. You don't act like you're perfect. Exactly. No one wants to be a perfect person. We want to have a good time on earth. We don't just want to suffer. And perfectionism, in a sense, is pushed on us, and fear of failing is pushed on us to where we're so complacent with the ordinary or just getting by. And recently, I was getting to that point. I always tell you guys, like, I have a self-sabotaging spirit that says to delete We Are Magick. And that's something with my shadow work that I have to work on. It's like, oh, you're not helping nobody. Oh, no one's even watching you. You don't have that many views on YouTube. You don't have that many. And it's this energy that is constantly trying to get me to quit. And that is from childhood trauma. That's where all this is coming from. This is my shadow journal. Okay. And in my shadow work journal, my friend Patrice got me this. Look at this. The book of shadow work. But anyway, this is where I write down all the things about myself when a negative thought pops up of any type of self-sabotage, any type of self-deprecation, any type of self-annihilation. You go, instead of just, owning it and embracing that whack thought, you should say, wow, isn't that interesting? How interesting? Where did that come from? You question it. Subconscious mind, and you want to get to a place where you train your subconscious mind to work for you and not against you. The system The parasitic system, we call it a matrix. Not Ma, again, Maya is beautiful and assist with source on your amnesia state so you can experience life as a human and then come back into the remembrance of who you are. But with this parasitic system, their only goal is to keep you as brain dead as possible. If you have any type of enlightenment or you open your third eye, oh, it's the devil. So, fear, fear, fear. You're not worthy of God's love. God's going to send you to hell. I mean, all in the same sentence, God is love and God doesn't wish for any of his children to suffer. Pick a hypocrisy. I don't know. I'm going to stick with this. The Most High is love. The Most High is infinite pure consciousness. And the Most High is in you and is in here. And the Most High runs this vessel. The Most High can cut this program off at any time. So knowing that about yourself, you want to start taking better care of yourself. You want to trust your intuition. Let me read a card. Let's see what the message is. And then we'll chat for a little bit, okay? This won't be a long podcast. This is just about trusting yourself. Trust, surrender. Let go of the will. You can trust. You can trust yourself. Trust fully in yourself so that you can deepen your trust in others. Trust creates safety. And when we feel safe, we feel unstoppable. Today's soul action. Let go and trust. Today, find your center in the chaos and be certain with yourself so you can deepen your trust in others. The reason why we don't trust people, besides, being hurt, being deceived, being played, being manipulated, is because we did not trust ourselves. And the reason why we don't trust ourselves is because when the person hurt us, or the thing doesn't happen for you, or you don't get the promotion, it always goes back to self. And it's like, oh, I knew I shouldn't have trusted that mother effer. I knew that bitch wasn't my friend. Oh, I should have known I wasn't going to get promoted because blah, blah, blah. They don't think I'm smart enough. I used to say that about myself. And deep down, I was only reflecting back or projecting onto the situation how I felt about myself. Instead of saying, that person hurt me and I didn't deserve that, and they've lost a really good friend because of it. I'm like, I should have known better. It's just a self-attack. So stop attacking yourself. And when you start feeling the thoughts, you start feeling the self-rejection, journal it, catch it, write it down. And say, isn't that interesting? Why am I thinking this? Subconscious mind. And I'll tell you where it came from. I'll tell you why you are at this situation. So going back to my HD coach, she was like, you are source. And I was like, yes. And she said, but you don't trust yourself, but you say you trust source. And that was enlightening to me, because what it is, it's not that I'm not trusting the universe. I think there have been times where I've asked the universe for something and I didn't get it, or something fell through, or I got kidney disease, stuff like that happens. And it wasn't that I got it, I manifested all of a sudden. I had it the whole time. I just didn't know I had it. So humans, we tend to scapegoat, And if we're not scapegoating ourselves, we're scapegoating God. If we're not scapegoating God, we're scapegoating our parents. If we're not scapegoating our parents, we're scapegoating the devil. Like, there's always these things. There's always these, instead of just stop. Push through the pressure. Stay in the negative feeling. Don't ignore it. Don't be like, oh, I don't know, because there's something there. There's something there. You want to dig it out. You want to heal it. You want to transmute it. And we don't like being uncomfortable. And this is where discipline comes in. And what I'm working on right now is holding myself accountable. I want to trust myself. I've stopped trusting myself. So let's say you are disciplined when it comes to being a parent. You're disciplined when it comes to your employment. You're disciplined when it comes to being there for the pastor or going to church every Sunday and Wednesday and holding Bible study and stuff like that. You're disciplined for others outside of you, but you're not disciplined to yourself. So that's where exercise comes in. That's where meditation comes in. First, as soon as you wake up in the morning, you want to set your intention for today. You have to set your intention for today. If you don't set your intention for today, the day will set it for you. And we're just not going to do that anymore. So this is where you become a co-creator in your life with Source. This is where you work with the angels and you work with your ancestors and your spirit guides. Instead of just being, an NPC, you become the main character of your fucking life. Try not to cuss. We allow NPCs to become main characters when we allow our ego to reign over pure source infinite consciousness. Meaning, let's say, this is what a non-playable character is. You're walking down the street and someone bumps into you. And now your ego is like, oh, tell them about yourself. Confront them, da 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 da. Now you've made this non-playable character that's not part of your life. They're not part of your universe. They have their own little universe where they're just being whatever. But what I'm saying is, you've got to see everyone out here as their own character in their own universe. They're not part of your universe. And when they insert themselves into your universe in a negative way, they're a non-playable character. They're NPC. So what I'm working with now is learning to control my emotions, meaning not ignore them, not push them to the side, honor them, but not allow my emotions to control me. Because they are energy in motion. And if you say you don't have emotions, that means you don't have energy. And if you don't have energy, then you're a soulless character on this planet. Thus, why we have this masculine energy that they call the light, ruling everything. And that's why all these wars and you got all these pissing contests and you got, we're going to take your land. We're going to take this, and that. And they'll tell you that's light. That's the light. And dark is bad. Where dark is your yin. Dark is your feminine energy, not woman, feminine energy, your receptive energy, your intuition, your subconscious mind, your magic, your alchemy, your creation. That's what that is. Dark is not bad energy. Dark is yin. So I will be talking about that later on in another podcast because we're about to shift. And you know how I'm always saying dark is not bad. And, there's something called a false light. And you see a lot of spiritual people and religious people. Light is only good. We're all light. We're all energy, even the dark. But they've made dark energy bad. And they've made light good. When all dark energy is yin energy, like I said, it's receptive, where the masculine energy, the light energy, the positive energy, is action, momentum, protection, all that things. So when matriarchy reigned, it was more about community. It was more about nurturing and growing and enlightenment and evolving. Now that you've seen what's running the planet right now is not that. It's do as I say and not as I do. It's witch hunting. It's just they've flipped everything. They have flipped it. So we have to go back to source. We have to go back to wholeness and oneness. And in order to do that, you got to trust yourself. So what I'm telling you, how to trust yourself, shadow work. You want to do shadow work. You are going to write down and dig out all the bad stuff that you know about yourself. And you're going to write it out. And I don't care how hurtful it is or how mean it is or how you got to this situation, but just write it out. And then you're going to write out why you feel this way. And then you're going to write a different story. For instance, I'm a Scorpio. And I'm not going to blame the Scorpio. All humans are manipulative, okay? But I do have a deep jealousy. I do have a way to be manipulative. So I write it out. Why am I being manipulative? Because I want something. Well, why do I want this? And then by the time you get to the end of it, you didn't need it in the first place. So boom. I have a tendency to be judgmental. And so lately I'm catching myself being judgy. And I'm just like, ew. That's not a vibe at all. That is not fun. That is not happy. That is not good vibes. That is gross. So by working with myself, I'm learning to trust myself. I'm honoring myself. I'm honoring the source within me that keeps this vessel going. Practicing manifestation techniques. For 1 week, manifest, and you want to start small. You don't want to go big. Because if you go big and you don't get it right away because you don't trust yourself enough to have it, this is when it's not going to work. So you want to build your manifestation muscle. You want to learn to trust yourself and build up your power and build up your alchemy and your creation. So manifest a cup of coffee, like someone buying you coffee, or in a drive-through and someone buys your food, or you want to see $10 today, or, it's just certain things, just building your manifestation muscle. When this stuff starts manifesting in your life and then you want to up it a notch, not too far, This is things you can do to learn to trust yourself. Practice with your intuition. Just sit there and meditate and think about someone and see if they call you. And if they don't call you, do it the next day and the next day. And this is you learning to trust your universe, your reality. Little tiny things like that. Trusting yourself to wake up every morning, no matter what time you went to bed, Crystal, and you set your intention for today and you prepare and you do things that will honor your day and make your life easier. Things like that. Just learning to trust yourself. Having faith in yourself. The faith the size of a mustard seed, baby. Have that much faith in yourself. That even when it looks like you're wrong, you wasn't wrong. You wasn't wrong. Like, oh, well, it may look like I'm wrong when actually I was right about this certain thing. Like, you really, really got to do the things to where you trust yourself and believe in yourself. And I'm working on this with you. I love you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, follow, share. I don't care. All the things. I appreciate you so much. Sorry, I'm slamming on the table. But remember, we are magic and we are one. I love you so much and have a wonderful week. Bye. Hey guys, this is Chris Lee with We Are Magic. I have partnered with naturalshilajit.com. I'm not going to promote anything that does not work. And when I tell you this stuff is magic, if you're suffering from any type of health issue or if you just have chronic fatigue, you need a little boost. It is resin. You want to keep this in a cool, dry place, and you just take a small little pea size amount. You don't put a lot. It has proven to heal people. And personally, from my experience, it's working wonders for me. Go to my link in my bio or the link under the description in this video for more details.